everyone, Coach Lance here. I'm a personal trainer located at Phoenix, Arizona. I train at Self-Made Training Facility. So I just wanted to make this video initially for my clients to help them navigate through food weighing, but I know this will be useful for many of you as well, not just for my clients. So here we go. So let's start with the food scale. This one, my wife, Valentine, she got it at Target. Just make sure that the food scale that you get is digital and it has different units of measurement, grams, ounces, pounds, etc. I recommend getting one from Amazon. There's a lot of really good ones on there. The one that I recommend specifically is Ozeri brand, which is O-Z-E-R-I, Ozeri. That one's a really good one. So we got various examples here. We got liquids, solids, peanut butter, chicken, whey proteins. Let's start with the easiest. So many people may ask, well, how much am I supposed to eat? What's a serving? So if you look at the nutrition facts, it'll always tell you how much a serving should be. So as you can see right here, there are 9 servings per container, and one serving size is 1 1/4 cup. But we're weighing foods here, so we need to know the weight. 43 grams. So that's what we're gonna put, okay? So let's go ahead and fire up this food scale and turn it on, okay? So there are 2 ways of doing this. You can get a bowl, place it on top, and then you gotta tare it to 0. There we go. And then you can pour it in, or you can also do this trick. It's not really a trick. Just put the food scale, turn the food scale on, and automatically it starts at 0, okay? So if we're gonna do a serving, 43 grams, right? Yep. Make sure it's already in grams, right? Yeah. So just pour in, so you put a total of 43 grams. You know, it's kind of hard to see from this angle. There we go. That's the serving size. That, you know, is gonna be much more accurate than using a measuring cup. So that's weight of 43 grams. So that's a serving of cereal right there, okay? Now let's use another example. Let's go ahead and use this milk. How much is a serving? Look at the nutrition facts, 240 milliliters, okay? From my experience, I found that milliliters and grams are the same, but supposedly they're not the same, but let's go ahead and change it to milliliters.
Milliliters isn't on this one.
No?
It's just grams.
So it's not on this one, but that's okay. Like I said, grams and milliliters, it's the same. So just go ahead and pour 240 milliliters. Yeah, that's close enough. There you go. That's a serving of milk right there. The cereal's bomb, by the way. It's really good.
Yeah, it is.
It's You want this, Kathy? I'm gonna give it to Kathy. Okay. Another example, we got peanut butter. So we're done with that example. With peanut butter, 32 grams. Here's the trick that I do, that I find it easier. So let's say I'm gonna do a serving of peanut butter, 32 grams. I usually do half a serving. So half of 32 is, why is my brain 16? Okay, so I just, all I do is just take out 16 grams. So it's gonna be negative. Obviously that's too much. Oh, just a little bit. Oh. And you don't have to be spot on either. That's close enough. As you can see, that's a tablespoon of peanut butter. Very common that people do much more than that and they think it's a tablespoon, but this is weight. So it's gonna be much more accurate. All right, so that's that. I was gonna use almonds, but I think you guys got the idea. So nutrition facts, 30 grams, that's a serving, all right? So many of you might be asking, well, how much am I supposed to be eating? That's calculated. You can calculate the amount of calories, whether you're trying to lose weight or gain weight. You can use an online calculator. I'm gonna use an example here. So if you guys can see, hopefully you guys can read my handwriting. let's say I calculate that I need 2,500 calories in order to maintain my current weight. So I like to eat 4 meals per day. So you choose between 3 to 6 meals per day, however many meals you want to eat per day. It's your choice, your preference. So let's say I want to eat 4 meals per day. So 2,500 divided by 4, that means with each meal, I should be having 625 calories. Simple as that. So that's how I figure out how much calories I'm supposed to eat in each meal, okay? Now I have chicken breast here. Now this one, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the process of me trimming the fat and possibly cooking it, we'll see. So let's go ahead, get started on this one. All right, you guys, so I trimmed the visible fat off the chicken breast. So right now, I'm gonna go ahead and put this chicken in a bowl. Go ahead and turn on the weight scale, food scale. There we go. You can weigh this in ounces or grams, whichever you prefer. Usually I like to use grams with smaller ingredients and ounces with like meats. So I'll use ounces for this one. So should you weigh raw or cooked? So weighing it raw is going to be more accurate. Whichever method you prefer, cooked or raw, stick with it and be consistent. That's the most important thing, consistency, but I prefer raw. All right, how many ounces is that?
33.4.
33.4. So I always write it down so that way I can log it in. So we're weighing foods and we're using a database to input the amount we use to calculate the calories and macros. Make sure to write it down so you don't forget. So 33.4 ounces of chicken breast. So I'll be going on MyFitnessPal, which is what I use to input this. Okay, so I got this chicken breast. You know, you can scan the barcode and it'll pop up on MyFitnessPal and give you the calories and all that, or you just look up the name brand. So right now I'm just gonna season the chicken. I'm gonna put a little bit of olive oil, about 20 grams or 30 grams of olive oil, and then put some seasoning. So I'm obviously gonna input the amount of olive oil that I use to calculate the calories, and the seasoning doesn't have any calories, so I'm not gonna account for that. This in grams. There we go. I'm just gonna do 15. That's a lot of olive oil, dude. You know what? I forgot. I cook big batches of chicken, so it's possibly too much. Which is okay because I'm actually lean bulking. So I am actually eating, you know, higher calories and good amounts of fats. So it's okay. I think I did put a little bit too much, but like I said, it's fine.
Yes, trim the fat.
Yeah.
Trim the fat. I'm just kidding.
I need a good seasoning.
The seasoning.
Alright. I'll get the seasoning. Be right back. Okay, so I got the seasoning right now. So the one that I'm using, we went to a farmer's market and they had these cool seasonings. So cilantro, jalapeno, lime, so it sounds really good. So I'm gonna throw that in there. I don't weigh the seasonings, but you can if you want to. So that way, each time you make your chicken, it comes out, you use the exact amount of seasoning, so it comes out the same every single time. So yeah. And like I said, I made the mistake of using too much olive oil, but it's cool, it's cool. I ain't gonna die.
Did you die?
This is honestly might come
That
out
looks
really
yummy.
fire. Does this have salt already?
I should.
No, it doesn't. It has very little. It's the last ingredient. Oh, I still want to do like the Salt Bay dude, whatever his name is. Oh, this is gonna come on fire. Lord. No, she's salty for me. Sodium. So if you guys want recipe ideas, there's a lot of cool websites. There's fitmencook.com. There's Spark People recipes, something like that. They have good ones. So yeah, you can find recipes online, and you know, just convert the volume measurements into weight measurements, and you can do that, you know, and put them in MyFitnessPal and create recipes on there. So that's really useful. So this is ready to go. We done, folks. All right, so I got a hot pan. After I cook my chicken breast, I'm gonna weigh it again after it's cooled down. So basically, I am wanting around 40 grams of protein per meal. So using MyFitnessPal, I can adjust the serving size and calculate how much that would be, how many servings this amount of chicken would be. And that way, when I weigh it towards the end, I'm able to see exactly how much each serving should weigh. So, yeah.
The reason we weigh it raw initially is just because it is a little more accurate. I mean, yes, we do have to consider that some chickens do have more water in them when they're raw, because some places do that, honestly, to make it juicier.
Yep.
But think about it. If you're cooking chicken to a crisp, obviously it's going to weigh very little. And if you weigh your chicken, cooked chicken, and have it be 4 ounces, imagine 4 ounces of like chicken jerky versus 4 ounces of juicy chicken.
It's gonna be a big difference.
It's very different. It's like a no-brainer, but I mean, that is something to consider, which is why we like to weigh raw.
Just make sure that you also get the same. Try to stick to the same chicken brand or manufacturer. So, because if you get chicken from this brand or from this brand, you don't know how much, amount of stuff that they pump in the chicken, like in terms of like liquid and all that. So yeah, it smells really good.
It does.
It smells really good. Oye, hermano, mira qué bonito salieron estos chicken boobies. Look at that. Disclaimer, I am not a chef. You guys, you guys are probably looking at me and like what the heck is this guy? I know how to weigh foods. I don't know how to cook. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna let it cool down.
This one's so small. The other ones are so juicy.
I know. We're gonna let it cool down, and then we're gonna actually weigh it all together again, so that way we can divide it by the amount of servings, so we know exactly how much each serving should weigh. So let me show you guys how I log this in on MyFitnessPal really quick. So let's go ahead and pull the MyFitnessPal app. We're gonna go to more, My Meals, Recipes, and Foods, create a recipe, and enter ingredients manually. I'm gonna quickly call this chicken breast with jalapeno seasoning. Okay, I'm gonna say 10 servings, just guessing. I can always adjust that. So we're gonna put, so as you remembered, I took note of how much chicken breast I used, which was 33.4 ounces. So I'm gonna put that in there. So just put 33.4 OZ. Ta-da! And then I usually scan the barcode of the packet, but we accidentally threw it away, so I'm just gonna put chicken breast. And I'll look for one. I'll show you guys how we do that. And then we use 15 grams of olive oil. 15 G olive oil. That's it. Now it's gonna match the ingredients. Now our job is to check each ingredient and ensure that it's accurate. So as you can see, Kirkland canned chicken breast, obviously that's not correct. So we're gonna search for an alternative. Chicken breast. So you see how that little scan thing, that's what I usually use, but we're gonna have to find one. So chicken breast, I'm gonna do Walmart for now. It wasn't Walmart. What brand was it? I think it was
Foster Farms.
Foster Farms chicken. Oh, chicken breast. Search. Okay, I think it's this one right here. Yeah, Kirkland Foster Farms. Yep. Okay, so right now it's in 4 ounces. We're gonna change that to the single ounce option. Check mark. And now we're gonna put the quantity that we had, which was 33.4. Okay, check mark, and then the olive oil. This one's already good, honestly, but watch. Let me show you the option of scanning the barcode. You scan. Use that barcode right here. Oh, there we go. Ta-da! As you can see, we did 15 grams. That's actually a serving, so 15. Yeah. So yeah, basically it's 1 tablespoon. Yep. Because 1 tablespoon is equal to 15 milliliters, which is what we use. 15 grams, 50 milliliters, same. So perfect. There we go. There you go, guys. So easy. So I know this might take a little work to create a recipe, but the good thing is once you create a recipe, it's always there, so you can repeat the recipe. All right. So once it's saved on there, you got it. You know, so you create a list of recipes that you love. You repeat them and cycle through them. You're good. So remember, I mentioned before, I want around 40 grams of protein per meal. As you can see right here, it tells me each serving I'd be getting 21 grams or 22 grams, if we round it, of protein if we were to make this recipe 10 servings. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna adjust that serving size and we're gonna drop it down, because when I drop it down, notice that the protein intake got higher. So right now, as you can see, it's very small. Sorry you guys that I don't know what I clicked that made it drop down in the menu. 27 grams, still needed to be lower than that. Let's make it 5 servings. Protein now is 43.4. Perfect. Okay, that works for me. So there we go. So all this is gonna give me 5 servings. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and save that. And there's the recipe saved, so I could have that for lunch, dinner, whatever. So, and it's gave me 43 grams of protein and all that good stuff. So yeah, you guys, that's how I do it. So like I said, I'm gonna let it cool down. I'm not gonna show you guys that part. I think that's very easy to understand. So again, I'm gonna let it cool down because right now it's losing some weight because of the steam, moisture or whatever. I'm gonna let it cool down. I'm gonna weigh it again all together. And then I divide the total weight by 5 because that's how much we made the recipe to be, 5 servings. So that way each time we know how much our serving should be. And that's it, you guys. That's it for this tutorial. So I think we covered everything pretty well. So I'm pretty happy how this came out. It took some work, a lot of bloopers. But thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys have any questions at all, please feel free to DM me on Instagram. I'll put my Instagram somewhere. We'll see. Down below. All right, you guys. All those boys are crazy. But we Gucci.